Hey guys, it's me, Yeah Gamer Girl, and welcome to I'm killing everything. I am killing absolutely everything. Fuck y'all, and fuck y'all in the face as well. Okay, I got enough. Go. Humans. Ugh. I've got homework to do. Can you just leave me alone? Hey, those are the fairies' antennas I need for my assignment. How did you... You just want to give them to me? Wow, as difficult as everything is, you really are helping me out. Thank you. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I'm a very friendly fairy after all. I explain. Well, it definitely wasn't me. I didn't take the book list anywhere. I only used it when I was doing my homework at the library, and I returned it before I left. I see. Well, I guess it's time to question more visitors. There are so many people left to ask. We may need to close the library for a while. Are you actually planning to question each visitor? That seems like a pretty tedious process. If the magic library is closed, then I won't be able to finish my homework. Have you even thought about the rest of us? I guess I have to instill some fairy wisdom on you. Pretend you're the thief. If you just wanted to steal a book list from the library, what would you do? Well, I'm not a thief, so it's hard to say. I guess I would probably borrow a bunch of books and slip the list in between them so no one could see it. Now that is a clever idea, devious even. Do you think the culprit thought of the same thing? You should try narrowing your search down to those who borrowed a large amount of books. I see. From what I recall, the person who borrowed the most books was Wing the Fairy. Voracious reader, that one. Are you daft? Why would I tell you how to find the culprit if I was a culprit? I had a lot of homework to do. Who borrowed the next largest amount? Let me think. It was Mage Luvar, a disciple of Grendel the Really Old. He borrows a lot of books at once, but he's an avid reader. I don't think it's him. You mean the gloomy human who looks like he's never heard a joke in his life? I just saw him at the Hidden Forest. Now that I think about it, I bumped into him at the library the other day. He was glancing all over the place, all stuttering and jittery. Real suspicious. Think something's going on? Wee! Maybe. Thank you. Get out of there. Wait. No! Whatever. Oh, Lolo. Fancy meeting you here. Is this your friend? Good to meet you. But wait. Shouldn't you be working at the library? Are you taking a little picnic break in the forest? Say no more. I'm sure I'm just getting in your way. I'll leave it to you to it. Wait, Luvar, what did you have there? Is that the book list? What are you doing with it? Well, it looks like I've been caught. Give it back right now. We'll hear excuses. What's wrong, Lolo? You look like you've seen a ghost. The list is damaged. Some pages in the middle have been ripped out. I ripped the pages out. No one will read those words ever again. How could you do that, Luvar? Aren't you a student of Grendel the Really Old? Haven't you listened to anything he's been saying? I ripped the sections out about Alenia's history from the list because I didn't want anyone else reading about our shameful past. I asked Grendel the Really Old many times to ban the book, but he always refused. But those books took a lot of research and hard work. Why would you want to get rid of a piece of history? I'm sure you've heard how into a lot of reading. How Lefair on the continent of Ossyria was attacked by the Black Mage's commander. It's a legendary tale from the Age of Heroes. What you may not know is that the leaf Lefray refugees came to Victoria Island and ended up in Ellen Forest, which is now Elenia. The land had only been inhabited by fairies back then. Those refugees were the first humans in Ellen Forest. The leader of the refugees at the time was of elven descent, so the fairies willingly allowed them to settle. However, most of the refugees were human, and as the time went by, they began to outnumber the fairies. They were often driven deeper into the forest as the humans expanded their territory. As the fairies lost more of their homeland, their animosity towards humans grew. The most extreme of their ranks pushed to drive the humans out of the forest. It was then that the groups began to clash with each other, with each conflict worse than the last. A large group of humans decided to leave Ellen Forest out of respect to the original inhabitants, but a stubborn group of magicians refused to leave. They are our very own ancestors. Ellen Forest was too rich in magical power for anybody to just give it up. It was this very power that enabled them to make major advancements in magic research and development. Even the consistent conflict with the fairies wasn't enough to force them out. As the tensions between the two groups grew, a brutal war became all but certain. It was then that the Archmage, the leader of the magicians, came forward to resolve the situation. They called him Grendel the Really Old. He was the mediator that brokered peace between the two sides. The fairies hold Grendel in high esteem for enacting this compromise. He managed to convince them to share the forest with the humans. In exchange, the humans had to protect and preserve the forest. And so peace was finally restored to Ellen Forest, and in an agreement that still stands today. As humans and fairies began to live together, the old name of the land gave way to the new one, Elenia. I know because I too have read the history books. Humans and fairies overcame their differences and lived in harmony. Aren't you proud of that? What is there to hide? I wanted to erase our shameful history. Just reading those records of humanity's vicious treatment of the fairies makes my skin crawl. I thought you of all people would understand my plight. Lolo, you are after all a descendant of the magicians. I could only prevent those books from being found by disposing of that list. But with your help, I could destroy the books themselves. That will never happen. I understand how you feel, but you're going about this the wrong way. We need to learn from history, not erase it. Stop this at once and tell us where you hid the pages. Oh, yep, I got it. It's in the Slime King. I got this. I got you. I got it. 3 seconds later, I come back. Here they are. Ooh, what a relief. Some of the pages are a bit gooey, but we should be able to restore the list. Please don't pass the Grimm's history down to future generations. Why expose our shameful past when we can pretend it never happened? These negative influences need to be purged for us to move forward. And